Hello everybody. Hello, how are you this week? I hope you are well. I hope you had a good week this week. Yes, the weather the weather was not fantastic this week. It was terrible weather. It was cold, it was wet. Yes, but it's not the end of the world. We are free again. It's good news. So I hope you liked last week's lesson with the film extracts. Because we are working with the video, I am trying to do some different things that are possible with video. Yeah. Did you know all of the films from last week? Well, maybe. Did you watch a film in English? Maybe not, I don't know. But it's a good exercise for your comprehension. Now, do you remember some of the vocabulary from last week? So yeah, it's quite well some familiar language. Do you remember the cinéma muet? What is it? It was a silent film or silent cinema, the silent pictures. Okay, how do you say le film va sortir la semaine prochaine? So you can say the film will or the film is going to sortir, come out next week. Or il est sorti la semaine dernière. So the film came out last week. It came out last year. Good. And then we had how do you say un cimetière? This was in the lesson. Do you know? Yeah, it was a graveyard, or you could say a churchyard or a cemetery. In a film, how do you say l'histoire, l'intrigue in a film? It was the plot. So what was the plot? What was the film about? Good. I think I made a mistake with the translation last week because there was this word in the film The Godfather. Marlon Brando said, "This Hollywood big shot." Yeah. So I said une grosse légume because this is the translation on the Roberts and Collins dictionary. But my wife said to me, "Dan, une grosse légume." No. But this is in the dictionary and it is une grosse légume, not un gros légume. Yeah. So I don't know, but a big shot, just to explain, a big shot is an important person. So, for example, you could say a very famous producer, a very famous star, a very famous important person in the industry is a big shot. How do you say exploser quelque chose? Yeah, is to blow up something. Good. Lots of action films. And how do you say remplir quelque chose? Remember Casablanca? Can you remplir le verre? Yeah, can you fill up the glass? Okay, good. Well, I am very worried at the moment. Yes, you can see my worried face. What is worried? Do you remember worried? Is it inquiet, inquiète? Yeah, good. Because I have a big French exam this week. Yes, an important exam in French. Oh, it's terrible exams. I hate exams. There is a reading part, a listening part, yeah, a speaking part, and a writing part. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible test. So I am quite worried this week. So I'm very sorry, but this week it is a very light lesson. Okay, there is no grammar at all in this lesson today. Maybe you are smiling at home with no grammar. Okay, good. Now, something delicious. So, look at this. What is this word? Ready? You like my magic. What is this word? Yeah, there are two pronunciations, scones for some people, or scones for other people. Now, this is a serious subject. So, it is a light lesson today. I wanted to talk about some cooking. Yes, cooking vocabulary. In particular, the way to cook scones. Yes, yes, yes. Now, what do you need to cook? What do you need? Yeah, you need a recipe. It's a strange pronunciation. Recipe. Ingredients, of course, and equipment for cooking. For example, you need dishes. You need maybe an oven, and you need a hob to cook. Maybe you need a pan, casserole, a pan, a frying pan, a saucepan. Okay, good. And the oven. Now, so scones. Now, this is traditional little British cake for tea, for a cream tea. Now, sometimes in the afternoon you can have a cream tea. It's very, very, very nice, a cream tea. A cream tea is a cup of tea, normally with a scone, which is a little cake. A little cake which you eat with some strawberry jam. And very important, you also have clotted cream. Clotted cream. Now, clotted cream, you cannot buy clotted cream in the supermarket, I think, in France. So in France, you must make some clotted cream. It's a very nice dish. So cream tea, scones with strawberry jam and clotted cream. Now, I have found a recipe from a little cafe that makes award-winning scones. Yes. Now, the best scones, yeah, it's well known, the best scones come from Devon and Cornwall. So in the west of England, the West Country, Devon and Cornwall. If you don't know Devon and Cornwall, I really recommend this part of the country. It is a beautiful part of the country, and they have lots of cream products in this part of the country. Now, scones in Devon and Cornwall are not a joke. This is a serious business. It's like a war between the people in Devon and the people in Cornwall, because in Devon, people have the scone, and first they put the cream, and then they put the strawberry jam. But in Cornwall, people put the jam on the bottom and then the cream on top of the jam. It's terrible. It's like a war. But all scones are good scones. Now, soon it is National Cream Tea Day. Ah, yes, on June the 26th. Absolutely. Now, look at the video. Now, I have a recipe for perfect scones for you with lots of cooking vocabulary. Now, I put subtitles on the video to help you, and you have the recipe and the vocabulary on the vocabulary sheet. So click on the link and you have the recipe and the vocabulary for the scones. So look at this.
This is what we're going to make, and let's go and make them. First of all, what we need is 1,000 grams or a kilo of self-raising flour into one bowl. Next we need 250 grams of local butter, salted or unsalted, depends on how you feel. And then what we're going to do is add half a teaspoon of salt and 15 grams of baking powder. And just work the flour and butter together. And this will probably take about 5-10 minutes, so it becomes fine breadcrumbs. And the next step is to we're going to add 175 grams of sultanas. Just mix them all in together like that. And the next step is we want to have some milk. So we pour 375 ml of full fat milk. ,175 grams of caster sugar, one egg. We'll mix that all together. And our secret ingredient is a capful of vanilla extract. Like that. Mix that all together and then pour into the mixture. But beware not to add all of the mixture, just leave some in the bowl because we need it at the end. Go. Thing is with scones, not to overwork them or to get them too wet, so it's sticky but not sticking to your hands. And finish it off with our fingers, hands. I was saying before not to work it too much, rolling pin and just roll it out to about an inch thick. And take a 2.5 inch cutter or 70mm and just cut them out. And place them on a tray. So what we're going to do now is egg wash. And they're going to go into a pre-warmed oven, 180 degrees for 8.5 minutes. For 8.5 minutes. I'm just going to turn them round for another 8.5 minutes or so. But now they've had their 17 minutes, so we're just going to put them on a cooling rack just to cool down.
Okay. Maybe you are hungry now. You are thinking, I will make some beautiful scones. But there is a problem. You have the scones. You have the strawberry jam. But you must have some clotted cream. Now, in Robert and Collins, clotted cream, the translation for clotted cream is une sorte de crème fraîche épaisse. Now, this is not true. It is not at all thick crème fraîche. No. Clotted cream is cooked cream. In fact, you must cook the cream in the oven for a very, very long time. But it's just a little heat. It's very light cooking, but a very long cooking. So it's very easy, but it's long in the oven. So look at this recipe. It's very short. This is how you make the clotted cream to go on the scone. Okay?
How to make clotted cream. One. Take a large oven dish. You want a large surface. Pour in 1 litre of 35% cream. Bake at 80 degrees Celsius for 12 hours in a preheated oven, overnight. Be careful the oven doesn't turn off automatically. Let it cool down, then cover in cling film and put it in the fridge. After several hours, it should be semi-solid and thick. put it in a jar. Keep it for 5 days in the fridge. The liquid part can be kept for other dishes. Eat it copiously on scones with strawberry jam. Mmm.
Okay, well, I hope you are inspired to make some scones and to make some clotted cream, which is good. It's clotted cream, very bad for your heart, but very good for your tongue. Okay. Now, did you see some of the verbs? So, what is the verb to add in the recipe? To add? It's ajouter, good. What about to pour? Yeah, it's verser, you pour. Good. What was sticky? Yeah, collant, gluant, this is sticky. Good, to stick, coller. Do you remember, good for burglars, what is un rouleau à pâtisserie? Yeah, it's a rolling pin. A rolling pin. Good. What is a baking tray? Baking tray? Une plaque de cuisson, a baking tray. And to bake, c'est faire cuire au four. Yeah. So remember, you bake bread. La boulangerie, this is the bakery. La boulangère, the baker. And you bake in the oven. Very good. How do you say un four? Yeah, it's an oven. Un four préchauffé? It's preheated. Yeah, to chauffer is to heat. So a preheated oven. Very good. What about what is to cool down? Yeah, c'est refroidir. Yeah, good. Again, one more. How do you say épais or épaisse? Yeah, it was thick. Okay, good. Well, I hope you liked the cooking lesson today, this week. Very light lesson. I hope you are inspired to make some scones. Yeah, and the recipe is on the vocabulary sheet, okay, with the ingredients list for you. Okay, so what is the homework today? Is there homework today? Yes, yes and no. Can you look at the cooking vocabulary for today? Why not? Look again at the book. In particular, look again at the grammar sections, the explanations of the grammar on pages 136 to, where are we? So lots of grammar, all the units, 136 to pages 146. This is a good exercise to revise. And also on page 147 to 150, you have some vocabulary from the book. So a good exercise is to look again at the vocabulary, underline, souligner, underline the words you find more difficult to remember, look at the pronunciation, and try to revise these words. Okay, so if you are enthusiastic. Okay, anyway, get cooking and see you soon. Bye bye.